Maya hua ba ira hua. Maya hua ba namula lua. Maya hua ba ira hua. Maya hua ba namula lua. Maya hua ba ira hua. Maya hua ba namula lua. Maya hua ba ira hua. Maya hua ba namula lua. Kami maninginu. Maya hua na. Kami maninginu. Kami maninginu kuya. Lumaya hua na. Kami maninginu. You know mama. Larigi papa. Ay the Buddha buga. You know mama. Larigi papa. Meteo yadina. You know mama. Larigi papa. Ay the Buddha buga. You know mama. Larigi papa. Meteo yadina. Adimuna banu ulu wagu legu beri sanile. Adimuna banu wagu legu beri sanile. Iyuna mama larigi baba. Ay the Buddha buga mama. Yuna mama larigi baba. Ay meto yandina. You know no mama, larigi baba, ay the Buddha buga. You know no mama, larigi baba, ay meteo yadina. Kasabua gubei mama, hiro gubae. Kasabua gubei mama. Hiro gubae. Kasabua gubei mama. Dise bariye. Bayanu hanuma da. Agamba namuga buma. Kasabua gubei mama. Dise bariye. Bayanu hanuma da agamba namuga la 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 la. So boy.
Welcome back to another episode of the Captain 501 broadcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. And it's a very special guest episode because we're being joined by a very special Belizean guest. So, this Belizean singer, songwriter, and entertainer has worked his way up to being influential and heavily recognized in the music industry. He has performed alongside legends like the Garifuna Collective and Asiatic. He is the son of the legendary Aurelio Martinez. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Newani Martinez.
Yes.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Yes, glad to be here,
All right, so let's start from the beginning, right? You're no stranger to music, of course. How did you find your start in making music?
Well, it's in my bloodline, right? So I could talk real, right?
Yeah, of course.
So my bloodline. Ever since I was young, every time my mom would take me to like one store or we would go to the mall or stuff like that. every time we go in the store and my mama lost me, she would know exactly where I did. Right up at all the musical instruments there. So my mama would always say, you want to be a musician when you grow up because you always doing music there. So that I've always been into music from a young age, but of recently, I would say like the ending of high school, around that time was when I really started to, get into the music more. But during COVID was when I started to like play guitar more and learn guitar more. So that was really music for me, It's always been there. That just for me if I just get into it.
Yeah. Yeah. And like you mentioned, you're a skilled musician. Aside from the guitar, how many other instruments do you play?
Not much, but everything percussion. I play anything percussion, chop set, Garifuna drums, Creole drums.
Not much, not much.
Guitar. I can play the bass guitar, and I double on the keyboard. So
nice.
Not that much.
Yeah. Not that much. And you're also a part of a band, right?
Yes. That would be my personal band. The Bogey Boys band. I would say I created that band, I would say around 2023. That would be around the ending of my high school year. So, there was not really much Garifuna bands in Bamapan. And I was upcoming, I wanted to get into the music thing. So I had a lot of friends that were very talented and, very, very motivated to do something in music. So I said, you know what? I have all the tools, I have all the help. I could try to do something. So that's how I came about with my band, and up to right now, my band is one of the youngest bands in Belize. Everybody in my band under 20. So yeah, it was just that initiative for me to bring something to Bamapan,
Yeah, and creating a new generation of musicians.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. And so we also mentioned your father, the iconic Aurelio Martinez, and I can imagine how influential he has been in your creative musical journey. Could you talk more about that?
Oh well, yeah. So my dad wasn't really around in the younger years of my childhood, but he always tried to come around and every time he could. But for the most part, every time I would get the chance to learn from him or ask him a question about this song or how to do this or how to do that, he would always be ready to do that, and he would always say, if any of my children aren't my kids, I know this one is, because because I am the closest replica to my dad, right? In terms of his musical talents and appearance and everything. But he's always been my idol. I model myself after him. Try to be as much like him as I can, but as well try to be myself. So yeah, losing him was a big loss for me and my family and his other children, my brothers and sister. But he will always be our idol, and he will always be there for us when we need him.
Right. Yeah. And like the saying goes, legends never die.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And he obviously has blessed the music industry in many ways, but he's also placed a spotlight on the Garifuna community.
Yes.
Yeah. And to me, one of my favorite facts about your dad is that he's the only Belizean to have a Tiny Desk concert.
Yes.
Yeah, and I just rewatched that the other day, and I was thinking, like, I've never seen anyone from Belize or from, like, this region have a concert like that.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. My pa is not a Belizean,
Honduran, right?
He's Honduran,
Yeah.
but he always claims Belize as his second home and his second nation, because he feels the love here as he does everywhere else, right? And he's here a lot. He had obviously he has children here, well, a child here. So he always claimed to be Belizean, and we always accept him as a Belizean, right? But yeah, that was one of his greatest achievements alongside KXP as well. That was one of the big I would say podcasts or shows he did online, Yeah.
And I think sometimes people tend to underestimate the impact that he's had, like him, and the Palacio, Yeah. What are some of your favorite songs to perform?
Whew. What a rough question, though. There's a lot of songs that we do, a lot of songs that I perform, but right now, I would say I like to perform Casablanca Bay from Nino Arzu. That's one of my biggest songs on TikTok that I cover. And from my dad, I would say I like Mayahuwa Ba or Tio Sam. Those are two very nice songs. I like Landine too, but Landine is getting a bit
Repetitive.
so, you know, you have to go to a different direction, right? So yeah, those are the other two that I like as well.
Yeah. My favorite, and I think what underrated one would have to be Wamada. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That okay, that one there more mellow. That
Yeah.
we usually sing that at the start of our performance, you know, to warm up the crowd, make everybody feel at home, and then you start pick up the pace, you know.
Yeah. So this year in particular, it seems that you've just been like performing after performing. Yeah. How have you been balancing that work life and also the personal life?
Well, ever since the tragedy happened, I haven't even had time to grieve, to be honest, you know. Literally as we came back from Honduras after the funeral, the same night I was on stage in Dangriga for the Bow with the concert. Ever since then I've been on the road, been performing. I can't say I've had a week off, to be honest. So yeah, the balance I try to balance it as much as I can. Because my mom had a little situation at work where she had fallen down, and I would say it was a mild stroke or something to that extent. So I try to be home as much as possible to help her with her recovery. You know, being around her and stuff like that helps her with her recovery. But for the most part, I would say I balance it well. I am out a lot, but I am home a lot as well.
Yeah. And it's a good thing that you say that too, because I feel like the audience doesn't know what's going on behind the scenes. They only see you as the performer or the entertainer. Yeah. Where are some of your favorite places to perform?
You know, I get this question asked to me almost every day. Where is your favorite place to perform? And honestly, I can't say it. I can't really see it, you know. Everywhere I've been so far have its own ups and its own downs, and you know, the only flavor to it. So I can't really say where my favorite place to perform is yet, but I've enjoyed every place I've performed so far.
Okay, well then make a specify one little bit then. What make with our venues?
Okay.
Like birthday party, the concerts.
Okay,
Yeah.
definitely concerts.
Okay.
Definitely concerts. Yeah, because concerts are a different vibe. Because people come for music, right? If you did a birthday party or a wedding, you're there with family, you're there with friends. The music is a plus. But when you go to a concert, people come to see you. So that's why I like concerts more, no? But the concert we did in LA was one of my favorites so far.
Yeah. So as mentioned in the introduction, you've performed alongside legends like Garifuna Collective, Asiatic, and just this year too, you performed with Tanya Stevens, is that right?
Yes. So I've performed alongside a lot of greats in Belize, Lloyd Augustine, like I said, Asiatic, the Garifuna Collective, that's the one I could just think of on my head.
Because it's that much.
But yes, Tanya Stevens, that's my auntie. Yeah, that's my auntie. My auntie from the JA. Big up yourself, Auntie Tanya. But yeah, me and her have a cool relationship, right? It was through my manager, Miss Arlette, that I met her, and she was like, Aurela has a son in Belize, because she and my dad was very close. So like, Aurela has a son, I have to meet him. So that night I had a performance in Dangriga, I think. And that was the same night they were having the show here in Belize City. So as I done perform from Dangriga, we jump in on the vehicle and we rush here to Belize City. And I would say in about a 5-minute time span for her to go on stage. So as I reached, straight backstage, on the stage. So it was an amazing experience meeting her in person, you know. That was and we plan to do some stuff in the future as well. So look
nice.
forward to that.
There we go. Who's your dream collaboration that you have?
Well, for this year, it was my good friend Yas. That was
Yas is behind the camera.
That was actually one of my dream collaborations, and we're getting that done now for this year. So I'm really glad to have met her in person and stuff like that. But in terms of artists outside, right now I would say Nino Arzu. I would like to do something with Nino. I don't want to think too big as yet. Like the worms that the big soca artists like Kiss and them. I don't want to dream that big yet. But hopefully in the future, I get to that level where I can say, all right, I want to do a collab with Kiss or Marshall or but
nice, yeah.
But we don't have that on Stevens, right?
Yeah,
So,
I was just gonna say like that's not too far fetched.
yeah.
All right, Newani, I got a game. I have a game. This is a new one that I'm introducing. It's called the 5-second rule. All right, but I'm reshifting it to make it more Belizean. So I'm going to be asking you to name 3 Belizean things, right? And then you'll have 5 seconds to think of it. Just name it off the top of your head.
5 seconds to think, then answer.
Answer it as a finish. Say it.
I have 5 seconds to figure. Okay, 5 seconds to answer.
Yeah.
One more clap. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Right.
All right. I'm gonna say how this going. Okay, the first one. Name 3 Belizean schools.
Olag, Garden City, and Evergreen.
All right, we got it. All right, next one. Name 3 Belizean food dishes.
Rice and beans, hulut, and escabeche.
Good. Say.
Don't go.
Say. Name 3 Belizean cultures.
Garifuna, Mestizo, and Creole. Too easy.
Just a fly through it.
Too easy.
Name 3 Belizean artists.
Asiatic, Asiatic Yastalia, and Tia Shine.
Oh, alright, go.
Okay, good. Maybe that'll be more than 5 seconds, but now.
Alright, this one.
Alright.
Name 3 Belizean only holidays.
21st of September. Whew. Wow, man, I'll be a bad Belizean.
I said 3? No, you only said 1.
No, I don't even think but one just now. I mean, what else? Bombo Clot. Hey, my 5 seconds don't go. Next question. The question don't go.
I would bet that'd be a beautiful spot.
When are they on the spot, you stop.
That you're up on the spot. All the lights are at the end, man. Alright, well, you still got some more.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one. Name 3 Belizean restaurants.
Arias, Quality Poultry, and Western Dairies.
Okay. Okay, yeah. I know I'm gonna count, so maybe I'll make the 5 seconds.
That count. I think so.
Alright, next one. Name 3 Belizean islands.
San Pedro, Kikaka, and Tobacco Key.
Good.
I like the islands.
Alright, last one. Name 3 Belizean national symbols.
The black orchid, the toucan, and the tapir.
Alright,
I just name an animal and a plant. Yeah, right, because...
Alright, so you only get one wrong?
But
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so 7 out of 8.
Not a bad show.
Take us through your recording process. What does it look like from the moment you have an idea for a song to the moment that it gets released?
Well, me and just made talk about this earlier. I feel like, personally, I'm a terrible songwriter. If I start making songs, I feel like I'll have a ghostwriter. Because that's just me personally. She said it's okay, but for when an idea comes in my head, firstly it start with rhythm on the guitar. So I pick up my guitar. Once I get a melody in my head, I pick up the guitar. Okay, I put the rhythm together, the chords together, and then I want to start to sing a melody or sing the melody I had in my head with that. And then after I get that melody, I will start to put words. And then once I get one verse or two together, and then the chorus, then I'll say, okay, we got something now. All right, make I go to the studio and make we start put something down, you know. But as of right now, I haven't dropped anything because I don't feel comfortable in what I have as yet. But hopefully before the year done or maybe early next year, I can get something out, right?
There we go. So we'll be on the lookout.
Yeah.
So then now I'm curious, right? That song that you did at the Placentia Reef Studio, the one with Kyle, Kyle and Ely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who wrote that?
London?
No. The sugar.
Okay, the one with Jerome.
Yes, the one with Jerome.
Yeah. Okay, so that one mash up me and my friends and Jerome and Bossa B. So the first song was me and one of my friends Darrell. We and he went up on the veranda of my house just to chill, and we said, "Man, we're gonna come up with that song right now." So that when we come up with the rhythm initially, that the love rhythm. So we just start singing sugar, 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 baby, sugar. So we start come up with lead verses and thing, and then we perform with Jerome, and he come up with this song, Comfort Lash. So I said, you know what, this song might actually work on this rhythm, you know. So we just play it. So for Belizean Bash, and actually the first time we put the rhythm and the songs together, so it may work really well. But those songs are just a group of young men or young boys where just love music and just the vibe, honestly.
Yeah. And I feel like that perfectly describes Bossa Bito.
Yeah.
Because they just have like that kind of infectious musical.
Yeah, it just catchy.
Yeah.
Everything just catchy with Bossa B.
Yeah. Have you, besides the Belizean Bash and this song, have you like worked with them on other projects before?
Actually, yes. We've performed on the stage countless times already together. Like Jerome, I consider him one of my big brothers, right?
Shout out to Jerome.
Yeah, any inspiration I need, any advice in terms of music industry, I would ask him, and make I know straight up what it is, right?
Yeah.
So I have a good relation with them and the band. I love performing with them. And he performs in my band as well. When I need a backup singer, like 24th of December, we have a show. He's gonna be my backup singer, and as well, he might get it highlight as well, no? So yeah, it's always an ongoing thing, collaborating in Belize. That's the easiest way to get known, collaborating.
Yeah. Well, I had it written down here, but you kind of already alluded towards it. Any upcoming projects?
As of right now, I don't know. I really don't know. Like we said, we do Tanya Stevens, we don't have Yas. I want to do something with AZ, but AZ they're out of the country right now. I would say for right now, we pretty much get stuff done. I don't do it Kylon, so we'll see. Whatever comes about, whatever comes about.
Yeah, it's looking promising for the new year.
Yeah.
Okay, what's your dream venue to perform at?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I want to perform the Mexico side of the things. Since I've never been that side, I don't do Guatemala, don't do Honduras, don't do the US. So I want to reach Chetumal side or anywhere in Mexico. So I want to reach out to Super G and try that. But as in one specific venue, I would have to think about that because I don't really know yet.
Yeah, put up on the spot.
Yeah.
Season 2 of the Captain 501 broadcast is brought to you by the National Institute of Culture and History, NICH. NICH is Belize's premier cultural institution dedicated to empowering contemporary and traditional creatives, nurturing their talents, and recognizing their roles as catalysts for change in our communities, safeguarding both our tangible and intangible heritage. The NICH vision to create a Belize that embraces and promotes our cultures, our values, our identity, our prosperity in our global community is brought to life through a diverse array of programs and initiatives. You can learn more about the resources provided by NICH by visiting the Museum of Belize or the Museum of Belizean Art located in Belize City, the various houses of cultures located countrywide, as well as visiting nichbelize.org or other websites and tools such as the 501 Academy and Access 501. So, being that this podcast is sponsored by NICH, I wanted to ask you about something that you participated in earlier this year, the Youth Symposium, right? Where you got the chance to talk about being a youth in the industry. So I wanted to ask you, do you find it challenging as a youth to navigate through the music industry in Belize?
Challenging? No. That's why I have a manager. Well, she volunteered to be my manager out of, love and caring for me and stuff like that, Miss Arlette Gomez. She was my dad's manager. So, it makes it easier on me because I'm young, I don't really know the industry, and she does, so she can help me navigate smoother, right? Know who to go to, who not to go to, who to do business with, and etc. But the I would say the only part about it that sometimes is challenging is people I don't know how to explain, like the devalue you, like the let's say my price is here, my value is here, they will put me all the way down here. Why? Because no one knows who I am, or they don't know who I am, or some stuff like that. So that's really the only thing about it to me is people devaluing young musicians because they're young.
Right. Yeah. That's yeah.
Yeah.
A good point.
Yeah.
Okay, who are some of your inspirations in music?
Oh, good question. In Belize, I'd say Asiatic, of course. Asiatic is one of my big inspirations. C Wells is big. Um, Lloyd is big as well. So Lloyd, me and him do a lot of stuff together. Um, Sheldon Petillo. I don't know if you know Sheldon, but he sings with Sweet Pain. And Vida Mans, of course. Some of my inspirations in the scene. And if we talk about old schools, Paul Laborde. Way old school inspiration right there.
Good one.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Hopefully finish with school. Yeah, I plan to go back to school in January. Doing business and then marketing afterwards. So after that period, I really just want to focus on music. Try reach my full potential in music. Try reach Europe and outside of the world, like in the world.
Yeah.
Not just the US, but world, like reach the world. That's my main goal, to be honest, just to reach the world. In 5 years, hopefully. But I'll be in school, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. What's your end goal out of all of this? What do you hope to accomplish with this?
To build my own legacy. To make sure my mom is secured. One. To make sure my dad's legacy live on. And to build my own, obviously. So, and to have a family, of course. And to be rich, but yeah, but it's all about bringing awareness to my culture and making sure my culture lives on, my culture never dies. So that's probably the end goal for me. Yeah.
Nice, well said. And lastly, where can the people find you?
Well, if you want to find me, you can find me. So my Instagram, Talented New. Facebook, Newani Martinez. TikTok, Newani Martinez Talented New. When I use Snapchat, my number, I don't know if I could put my number.
If you want to. If they don't have to.
Go on my Instagram, message me if you want my number, you understand? But yeah, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, Newani Martinez, easiest way to find me.
Alright, and there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. A special thank you to Newani for making his stop over on the podcast. If you guys want to listen to the audio portions, they're available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The video portions are up on YouTube. And as always, we will see you guys in the next episode.